What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back to another video. Keep pounding. This topic is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers made us look like clowns. If you like the video, if you like the stream, if you like the channel, hit that like button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And don't forget to check out my Facebook page, Keep Pounding in all caps, for in-game posts, polls, opinions, and reactions to NFL news. Also, be looking for the Zoom chat ID and password for kickoff if you would like to watch the game with me. Let's get into it. All right. We're going to start off, as we always do, grading A to F on every position, because that is how we do things here on this channel if you are new here. So, let's get started. Quarterback, C+. I mean, let's be real. We have an interception from Cam Newton every single game. Both of these quarterbacks are just not hitting their targets half the time. And now they're taking sacks and holding on to the ball too long. So, in my opinion, it's looking like a C+ for me. This is just not working. What we're trying to do is just not working. We've had multiple chances to get in the end zone, and we just failed every single time. So, one of those times was not the quarterback's fault, but it will be blamed on the quarterback because that's how they do stats. And y'all know who I'm talking about specifically. I don't need to say any names, that tripped over a yard line wide open, by the way. Such a shame. But it is such as it is. So, running back B, which I am now changing to a D. And the reason I'm changing that to a D is because the running backs didn't do anything in this game besides catch a couple of passes. And maybe I could be convinced to bump that up to a C. Maybe. I'll go C-. I'll meet you guys halfway in the middle. We're looking at 16 total yards rushing for the running backs alone. We're not even talking about the quarterbacks. We're just talking about the rushing game. 16 yards. That's it. That's pathetic. Running game was non-existent today. The quarterbacks had to create the rushing game, which is sad. Okay, that's just sad. And that's part of the reason that the quarterbacks have the C+ right now. Otherwise, it would be a C. Straight up, just a C. So there you go. Wide receivers, B+. I saw a couple of drops I didn't like. I'd be willing to downgrade that to a B, but, as of right now, B+. I'm just not sold on this offense at all. But the wide receivers were not the problem. Tight end, B+. I felt like Tommy Tremble did well. Ian Thomas did okay. We had some decent blocking out there. So, this is not on the tight ends at all. I felt like they did all right. Offensive line, C+. I'd be willing to downgrade that to a C, actually. This offensive line was a joke today. We allowed 7 sacks, ladies and gentlemen. 7 sacks. It should have been 8. We're very lucky it wasn't 8. This is not the way. This is not the answer We only put up 6 points on offense the entire game. That's it. 6. This is a joke. This is a sick joke. These are second and third stringers that Tampa Bay had in. They didn't even have their starters in, and they still destroyed us this bad. Are you kidding me? Moving on, defensive tackle. The beat goes on here. I don't think the defensive tackles were really at fault here because they all got blocked on those rushing plays. You know, there's no way you could get off your blocks when it's going end around, you know, and we just can't stop the counter plays. We can't stop the run plays to the left side of Tampa Bay's offense today. It's just impossible. And there were some missed tackles, but we'll get to those in a minute. But honestly, I'm not blaming the defensive tackles, to be honest. We just couldn't stop a few draw plays, you know, and we missed a couple of tackles. That's why I'm throwing B- out there. I'm a little harsher on the defensive tackles at the moment. So, yeah. Defensive ends. The pass rush just wasn't there. It didn't exist today. C+, yeah, I'm willing to be a little bit lenient because we did have Fox get a little bit of pressure back there, but it just wasn't enough. Brian Burns a little bit too, but it wasn't enough. So C+, sorry. You got to do better. You got to put in the effort. Linebackers, B-. You know, these guys did their thing. And I'm just not thrilled that we're still sitting here giving up these types of coverage plays to people other than Antonio Brown, who racked up 101 yards. You know, who is Grayson? He got 81 yards off of 3 catches. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, who are these guys? Gronk didn't even get used in this game because he kept getting doubled. So, the guy who was doubling Gronk would have been covering Grayson. You know, had this been an average tight end. But it's not an average tight end, it's Gronk. Okay? Let's be real here. So, to paraphrase, you're looking at the tight end touchdown that went to Brait. We had Gronk double coveraged in the red zone, and Brait was wide open. What do you want him to do? You want him to shift over to Brait and leave Gronk one-on-one in the red zone? No. Who's going to do that? Who is crazy enough to do that? No, that's how you get touchdowns scored on you easily once you start doing that. I ain't willing to risk that. And Snow wasn't either. So I don't blame him for that one. So, you know, it's Gronk. The guy got limited to 23 yards. But we got lucky. Now, the problem with this is the fact that Gronk only had 23 yards. Antonio Brown had 101 yards. So, of course, the ball got thrown to him. But beyond that, Grayson slaughtered us with 81 yards. Who the heck is Grayson? I don't even know who that is. I was looking through the depth chart on Thursday, and I was just like, who is this? Point blank, we're getting slaughtered by second string and third string guys. And it's just ridiculous. This has got to stop, guys. Number 2 defense? No. Not buying it. Not after the performance we've been putting up the last 5 weeks. I'm just not buying it. Show me a game where we have been worthy of a number 2 defense since the Cardinals game. Show me a game in the last 5 where it's. I'm not seeing it. These people have clearly never watched the Panthers game if they're just going by stats and they're ranking as number 2 defense. We've been giving up big runs. We've been giving up short passes and coverage issues. We've been giving up touchdowns. Give me a freaking break. There's no way we're a number 2 defense. I'm sorry. Unless the rest of the league is that screwed up on defense this year. And the offenses have gotten complete control. I just don't see it. So, Shaq did his thing. He played well. Luvu played well. I mean, you can't argue with these two. The linebackers did okay. I'm willing to upgrade that to just a B. Because the linebackers got the job done. There were some missed tackles, so I'm willing to overlook that. But the problem is, we got Shaq trying to hustle over there on every play to try to stop the counter plays. And by the time he gets there, this guy's already turned the corner and gotten 2 or 3 yards. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know where we go from here, on stopping the counter plays. But, oh yeah, that's right. We're talking about the corners now. C.J. Henderson missed tackles. There were 2 of them that could have prevented big runs. Those big runs cost us major, major yards today. Really unhappy with that. So, it was his gap. You want to stop the edge rushing game? It's up to you, CJ. Come on, man. I saw some bad coverages as well. I saw some missed tackles. So I'm going to be generous here because it's the Christmas season. Tis the season. I'm going to give these guys a B- because I'm very, very generous right now. Normally I would give these guys a C+ for that. But because I saw Gilmore make a few plays, I'm willing to cut him some slack. A little bit of slack. But he was one of the main problems that we had. So, yeah. Free safety, B+. Jeremy Chin is everywhere. Yes, he did miss a major tackle on a running play, but he's everywhere. He's getting the job done. Strong safety, Burris, B+. What more can you ask of Burris than what he's already giving you? Special teams, B+. No reason to downgrade that grade, unless they do something that isn't getting the job done, you know what I mean? I'm not willing to upgrade that grade either because we didn't do anything special. So, there you go. Coaching, that's got to be a C+ for me. I'm just not happy with Matt Rule and the way he's doing things right now and the way we're running things. It's just not working. Clearly, it's not working. Now, the only reason that's a C+ and not a regular C grade is because Phil Snow is getting the job done. To a certain degree, he is getting the job done. Tackling. B-. The tackling was trash today in certain areas. Absolute trash. We got to do better in tackling. We can do better. And as far as effort goes, that's going to be a B- from me. There were certain players that didn't throw in the effort and didn't play up to their potential and just treated this like a vacation. And that really pisses me off because you know the number one thing that is my pet peeve about this game, man, is lack of effort. Lack of effort just pisses me off to no end. If you're not going to walk out onto this field and give 110%, get off the field. You don't belong there if you're not willing to represent our team the way it's supposed to be represented and play hard, play well, and do what we paid you to do. Get off the field. It's not that hard. It makes a mockery out of all the players that are trying out there and really giving everything that they have. And there's a few players out there, man. I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are. Don't come out here and treat this like a Hawaii vacation or a river cruise. Come on, man. Don't do this. You're getting paid to be a Panther for a reason. Now, if you're going to come out here and play lazy like that for the next 2 games, all I'm saying is be prepared to pack your bags because you may not be in Charlotte much longer. That's all I'm going to say. Management doesn't take kindly to that. That's all I'm saying. I'm warning y'all, man. Be prepared to clean out those lockers. Because the next time I see a lack of effort like that, I am not supporting any player that does that. I'm not going to do it. Now, I will give you guys credit for the plays that you do make, but I'm not going to support players that are lazy. Step up your game. All right. With that being said, thank you for watching. We are where we are with this loss with Tampa Bay. We put ourselves at number 7. We'll see how long we stay there after the Saints and Dolphins game on Monday night. But we kind of like the Giants to win a game, man, so we can get up into that top 5. But I don't know, man. I don't see it happening. Jets might pull a random upset or something, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Maybe the Texans will help us out. But it's been a very frustrating year. It's been a very surprising year on that note. We could do a lot of things with the draft. We'll be doing some videos on that. We'll be doing some streams on that. Mostly be looking out for streams as far as the draft is concerned, mock drafts, film studies, stuff like that. So, we'll be doing the film studies and streams and the mock drafts as well. But I'll be posting updates on the Facebook page, so stay tuned. Because after this season is over, be looking for those mocks. They're going to come flying off the shelf within that first week. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you so much, guys. All the new follows, all the new subs. I can't shout y'all out right now, but thank you very, very much. And we're just going to have to keep pounding, man. We're going to have to keep pounding through this tough time. I know it's a rough storm. I know it's another rough year. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We got to get through this Barnum and Bailey circus, man. It's what we got to do first. And if we can rebuild properly, we'll get to where we want to be. It takes time, patience, and understanding, and a change of mindset and culture to get this team back on track. Let's see if they've got the guts. Let's see if they got the spine. I'm still here for the ride. Keep pounding.